Man the gates. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through.
They did get through.
They killed Oriana and Oren. I can't believe. Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly.
We need to find Father.
When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to
Oh.
towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Maker watch over you.
Thank you.
Maker, watch over us all.
He'll have to. Right. I'm going to loot the bodies. The reason I'm looting the bodies, and why I haven't really got a problem with it in RPG sense, is I would be doing this, or we'd probably be doing this, as he was talking to us. So as he's saying, oh, you should probably head to the kitchens, we'd be looting the bodies. I assume. I could be horribly incorrect. Which way's the best way to go? Is there... Ah, this way. This door. Okay, saving the game automatically is worrisome. It could only be worse if the game then had a cutscene. Shoot him. Chester. Kill him. So this is just free experience, really. Well, I say free experience. I mean, it's just experience. There's not really much of a plot reason if we're meant to be running away quickly, which we kind of are. Can we talk to you? Do you give us any insight? No. I mean, it'd be interesting if you had a certain amount of time to get there, and the guards you protected bought you more time. You alright, elfy people? Wasn't great. Blank vellum. Not sure really what the point of picking that up was, apart from it's probably worth something if you sell it. And by that I mean it is worth something if you sell it. Right, so let's head towards the kitchen, and we're probably going to get into a massive fight just here. I hate it. I like the fact that it automatically pauses, but it bothers me because I keep forgetting that, and I end up... Right. You attack him, you go there, you go there, and switch to your bow. You got him. Wonderful. Actually, you stop there. Let's set up kind of crossfire-y type stuff. Okay, you now go to melee weapons because they're already after you. Maybe I should stop attacking the guy who isn't attacking me. Right, let's work on... No, you attack him. And then maybe I can start getting some backstabs against him. No, don't shield pummel me. Thank you. Right, you're taking him on. Good. A How Knight. And his name's in yellow, so that means he's tougher. I think it's kind of the World of Warcraft school of naming, where different coloured names mean different toughness. Right, we can't waste much time, but I'm still going to pick up health and stuff. Nothing else there. Right, the kitchen.
As you say.
Nan, isn't it? No, that's one of the servants, isn't it? I don't know, although there's very dramatic bells going off. In here. Oh dear, that doesn't look healthy.
There, you both are. I was
Rise.
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
He's bleeding.
Those men found me first. Almost did me in right there.
Why is Hal doing this?
You can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
That's not true. It can't be true. You'll be fine.
My boy. If only Will could make it so.
Once Howe's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
That he is the new Turn.
If he lives, yes.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the Turn is correct. Howe's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My youngest son helped me get here. Maker be praised.
I am not surprised.
Al-Mualim. I don't trust you. I think that's his voice. Thank you for saving my father.
I fear your thanks are premature. I doubt I have saved him.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me. But I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship. But I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
But what if something has happened to Fergus?
The king will see justice done. The Grey Wardens, however, must face the Darkspawn above all else.
He is right, pup.
I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
I don't really have much choice, do I? Death or the Grey Wardens. Death or death! I accept your offer.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Hal's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
We can find another way out. We can fight.
So we all die? No. Your place is now with the Grey Wardens. Mine is with your father, at his side, to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life, and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Right, so Dad's dead.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times. But here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other Wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Yes, I am. And I bring important news. I don't think going, oh, by the way, my dad's dead, is a great way to start the introduction. Just, I have important news.
Is it about your father? Your brother has been concerned about him.
He's not coming. He died when our castle was taken.
Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
When will he return? I'm not eager to tell him that's true, but I need to tell him. When will he return?
Not until the battle is over, I fear. Until then, we cannot even send word. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I don't think saying thanks for nothing is appropriate, you know. I want him on my side.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I didn't realise things were going so well down here.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Alas.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound reassured.
Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
What would you have him do?
Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Terran Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you mean? What ritual?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining, in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
I need to find Fergus.
You heard what the king said. He is scouting in the wilds and beyond contact. Be patient. He will return.
Am I the only recruit here?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Ooh, a few codices and whatever. Let's go through them. Ooh, dramatic music. A lot of dramatic music. I want to read this codices. Would you mind being quiet? Thank you. The Archdemon. In darkness eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumas. Their taint twisted even the false god, and the Whisperer awoke at last, in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world. That was the first blight. Threnodies 8:7. The false dragon gods of the Tevinter Imperium lie buried deep within the earth, where they have been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. No one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in their relentless search for the sleeping old gods. Perhaps it is instinct, as moths will fly into torch flames. Perhaps there is some remnant of desire for vengeance upon the ones who goaded the Magisters to assault heaven. Whatever the reason, when Darkspawn find one of these ancient dragons, it is immediately afflicted by the taint. It awakens twisted and corrupted, and leads the Darkspawn in a full-scale invasion of the land. A blight. Castle Highever has stood since the Divine Age, when it was not an independent Banorn, but merely an outpost of the growing Banorn of Amaranthine in the days before Amaranthine became an Arling itself. Haven't we already read this? Ah. The Kuslan family, however, was all but wiped out in an unexpected attack by All How of Amaranthine, and the fate of the Turnir is now in question. I'd hope for a war like in the tales, a king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. King Caelan, Therin, son of the legendary King Marek Therin. He is the first Ferelden king born into a land free from foreign rule in 2 generations. Since his father's death, he's held the throne alongside his queen, Anora. All Renton Howe, which is... When Bryce sent his men to support the king at Ostagar, Howe took it as an opportunity to attack Highever, slaughtering the people there and claiming the lands and title as his own. Of all the inhabitants of Castle Kusland, only Gehiris survived. Loghain mac Tyr. It takes more than legends to win a battle. Loghain was born a farmer during a time when his country was under foreign occupation. When he was still a boy, he joined the resistance, where his considerable tactical genius quickly became apparent. He became close friends with Prince Marek, the last true heir to the Ferelden throne, and together they led the rebels to drive out the forces of the Elysian Empire. Marek raised his friend to the nobility, and Loghain is now more of a symbol than a man. He represents the Ferelden ideals of hard work and independence. Here we are. Ostagar. Ah, Duncan's going with Chester.